Hi everybody, it's Andrea. I want to start a little series called The Basics. And I'm going to basically, talk about different, basics of makeup. The primers, foundations, blushes, lipsticks and lip glosses. I've tried a lot of different things over the years. I've been really into makeup for quite some time. My aunt was a makeup artist as I was growing up, so we've always played with makeup together. So I've tried, quite a few things, and just wanted to kind of give you all an overview about the different things that I've tried and, my opinions. Now, these are all only my opinions, and just as a reference, I have very oily skin. So certain things that I notice in these products, if you have like dry skin or combination skin, might not necessarily be things that you would notice in these products. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and get started. This first installment, I guess, is going to be about primers because that's where, you start your makeup basically. So I'll start with facial primers. I've tried quite a few of these. I started out with the Laura Mercier, whoopsies. I started out with the Laura Mercier oil-free foundation primer. They do have a version for if you have dry or normal combination or another kind of skin, but since I have oily skin, I use oil-free. This is pretty good. I mean, I don't really notice a huge difference between when I use this and when I don't in terms of staying power or in terms of application. So I don't know. In my opinion, like I've used it just kind of to make myself feel like my makeup might last longer, but it doesn't necessarily, I don't know, maybe work that well. I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. I feel like I could take it or leave it. These two primers I like a lot. This one I've had for quite some time, the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. And then this one I got, it's by Tarte. It's called Clean Slate T5 Infused Natural Face Primer. And they're both really, really, really similar. They're both like clear gels. I'll show you this one. They're both clear gels and they go on, wow, I put a lot right there. It looks like that. It's like just a big blob. Based on my understanding, they're both silicone based. So, wow, that's way too much. That was probably enough for 2 applications. But, I mean, they make your skin look a lot smoother. You probably can't tell, but it feels really smooth. The makeup always goes on really soft. So these two I actually really, really love. My only problem is that for some reason, both of them break me out. I don't know if it's because they're silicone-based. I have used other silicone-based products that don't break me out. But for some reason, these two, like I'll only use them if there's like a special occasion that I want to make sure that I have a really good primer, that my makeup's going to look awesome. In terms of staying power, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're not supposed to have such a huge effect on staying power of makeup, but primers and me, like I always have to touch up my makeup at some point during the day. So at least my facial makeup. I never reapply foundation, but I do have to blot and, put powder on a few times. So I do really love these with the exception that they make me break out. Something that's similar to that is the L'Oreal Studio Secrets Professional Magic Perfecting Base. And this you can find, I got it at CVS. I think they have it at Target. It's like very, I don't know if you can see, it's very mousse-like consistency. Let me put it on my other hand so you can see it. It comes out, like that. And when you blend it in, it provides like a really light layer of a base. It has kind of the same feeling when it dries as those 2 silicone primers, but this one doesn't break me out for some reason. And the other good thing about this is that as the day progresses, if I don't have my blotting papers or if I don't have powder with me, I could just take this and put it on over my makeup and it does mattify the oil. So this I really, really like. I got a sample of the NARS primer with SPF. I think these are new. This is just one of those little jars from Nordstrom that I got a sample in. I don't know. I don't like it. There's a lot of hype about them right now, and the whole ad campaign with Francois Nars's French Bulldog, and lots of people are talking about it. But to me, it's just like sunscreen. It applies just like sunscreen. It doesn't really mattify the skin. It didn't help at all with the longevity of my makeup. In fact, I felt like I had to reapply my makeup sooner than I would have normally. So I don't know what the deal is. P.S. I'm sorry about the lighting. It's super sunny outside. Again, I'm washed out. I tried filming in a different room today just because I'm in a kind of a transition period in my own room, so everything's kind of everywhere, and I couldn't find a spot to film that I was really happy with. So I'm here in the living room area. But anyways, moving on. Now I'm going to talk to you about eye primers. Now, we all know that I'm obsessed with this. It's the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This is like the only eyeshadow primer that I have found that has worked on me. My makeup does not crease. It does not fade throughout the day. I can come home from work 9 hours or 10 hours later and my eye makeup looks almost identical to when I left the house. I do have really oily lids, just as a preface. So if you don't have oily lids, you might not need such a, big primer. Or I guess intense primer, I should say. But it works really, really well. Anti-crease eyeshadow primer is what it's called. Sorry, that was the dryer. But yes, I love this very, very much. Someone recommended to me, one of my subscribers recommended to me to try the Urban Decay Shadow Primer Potion. I was really excited to try it. Actually, before she mentioned it to me, I was looking into trying it anyways, because so many people use this, so many beauty gurus talk about it. So I really, really wanted to give it a shot. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work for me the same way that the Too Faced does. This one is like, I got the original one, so it doesn't really have a color. It's just, creamy. It goes on kind of beigey, and when you rub it in, it just kind of disappears. But I'm not sure exactly why this one doesn't work on me as well, but it just doesn't for some reason. So this, I might use it every once in a while if I'm not going to be out for a really long time, but I don't think that I would really repurchase that. Another one that I got, this Tarte product and this Tarte product were both in a Beauty Insider gift at Sephora. So they're not full size. I don't know what the full sizes look like, but this one is called the Lifted Natural Eye Primer with Firmitol. And I've been using this lately under the eye, and I really, really like it. It looks exactly like the Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's maybe just a little bit, you're not going to be able to see that at all. You can see a tiny dot. It might be a little bit more beigey, but you rub it in, and it really fills in any lines under your eyes so you can put your concealer on with a really smooth application. So I really, really like this as well. And this is the only actual primer that I've found for underneath the eye. I will mention that this one, the L'Oreal Studio Secrets, also works really, really well to put it under the eye. It totally fills in every little fine line that you have, and it allows such a smooth and even application of your concealer. The only thing that I will warn about this is the first time I used it, I got way too much. I put way too much on, and I was smearing my concealer all over the place when I was, trying to apply that on top of it. So use a very, very minimal amount. And then one thing that I do want to mention, I don't use this as a primer, but it is called Prep and Prime, so I think you can use it before makeup as well. But this is like a gift from heaven, in my opinion. This is something that I put on as a finisher after I've applied my foundation and all my makeup. I use my MAC 187, duo fiber brush, dust it all over my face, and it gives you the most flawless looking skin on the planet. I look like I have a baby's skin. It is out of this world. Anyway, so that's my little spiel on primers. I hope it was helpful to some of you. If you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me a message or comment on this video. Please like it. Thumbs up. I gotta run because I'm running out of time, but I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye.